Relatable.
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 Don't act relatable.
Hey,
Hi, I'm Angela, and this is
Dylan.
Relatable, episode 8. And this is
Jen.
Jennifer. Oh, no, you can introduce yourself.
I'm Jen.
We've known each other since kindergarten, and we're reconnecting, and it's fun, and it's cool. So she's here to hang out with us today. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Oh my god, that was awkward.
No,
That's so awkward.
It's always awkward.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How's your eye looking?
Does it look that bad?
The squinty one?
Yeah. Oh, that's good. You can't even tell which one?
Well, it doesn't look as bad. It's a little puffy.
Yeah. It was like really red the other day. It looked like a monster.
I told you should have brought that eye patch. Would have been cool.
I couldn't find it. I know I returned one on Amazon, but I thought
wrong
I kept
one?
the other one and I couldn't find it. And I was like, gosh darn it. So I have a snooze mask. It's like open like this. So like
Embarrassing.
sometimes I'll just put it over one eye, but not to go out and about.
But you need like a little stick.
Yeah.
Act like you're blind. Feel your way around.
I think that everyone thinks I'm an asshole and I think I'm super cool, like too cool to take my sunglasses off in restaurants. They sat us in the back of this restaurant we went to.
They're not wrong.
Like we were like so fancy. And our waiter was so fabulous. Jen, come sit. Jennifer has been taking me like all over. Say hi to Jen.
Oh my goodness. How you doing, Jennifer? It's been a long time.
It's been forever. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Dylan, we went to the Metaphysical shop today.
So you picked up crystals?
Wow.
Wow, that place was closed.
Yeah, there was a place with crystals this freaking big.
Yeah, they were huge.
They were huge. They had to be like thousands of dollars. But we went to this one, like, so there's like gem stores and the metaphysical stores that they also have like, you know, like incense and stuff, and you get things for like setting intentions, you know, like all the fun hippie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I got grounding spray to ground myself with Mother Nature with lavender.
It smells good.
I thought you were about to tell me so it helps prevent you from being struck by lightning, or it helps with being
Maybe.
struck by lightning.
Ooh. Wait, when I
fresh.
spray it, go like this. Right? 1, 2, 3. Thumbnail. Dylan's like, yeah, as you can see, Dylan, it's like old times.
It smells
Yeah,
good.
clearly.
We haven't skipped a beat.
I can tell.
It's pretty much the same thing. Have you seen the meme that says how it started, how it's going?
Yeah.
So I was like, how it started,
same
is
picture.
us, like going into Michael's, and how it's going is us going to the metaphysical store, getting stuff to set our intentions, and like we got eucalyptus leaves. Yeah. I got protection incense.
I spent way too much money on incense.
Look what Jennifer. If we got pulled over, the policeman would be like, "Ma'am, let me
What do
see
you-
what that really is."
I'd be like, ma'am, what are you trying to cook at home?
Yeah.
Because that just looks like a bunch of seasonings.
Yeah. And then can I come over?
We got some of this. It's self-love oil.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah. It smells really good.
It does smell good. It's got amber, vetiver, lilac, violet, gardenia, honeysuckle, and white musk.
Yeah, since you asked. That's what's got in it.
I just hope it smells nice.
It smells good.
It smells lovely.
That's all I can hope for.
I got one that's called JMO's High John the Conqueror oil, but it's to help you like conquer things in your life, conquer obstacles.
By the power of
Good
JMO.
luck by the power of JMO. And then Virgo oil to help
Virgo, you're Virgo.
Virgo.
enhance the qualities of a Virgo.
Are you a Virgo?
Yes.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Oh, come on.
I don't remember.
Do you know what you are?
No.
He's a Capricorn, isn't he?
Sagittarius.
Oh, you're a Sagittarius.
You're a Sag.
Oh, you got self-love oil too.
Yeah, and I got self-love oil too.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then Jennifer showed me this thing. It's called the Jericho
It's
flower.
the Rose of Jericho.
So you take this little ball and you put it in a bowl of water, and within like a couple days,
No, not even. I put
Like a
this in
day?
last night, and it opens up.
and blooms.
It
Oh
blooms.
snap!
Look at that, and it was a ball.
It was
literally
this.
that.
And then after it gets green and blooms, you take it out of the water and it dries up and goes back to this.
Yeah.
And families pass them down for generations.
That's trippy.
You can do it over and over
Cool.
again.
That's
Isn't that
freaking trippy.
Weird.
I was like, ooh, I want a zombie flower.
I know. It looks like a tumbleweed.
Yeah. It's so cool, Dylan. Oh, we got so many. Oh, yeah. And then I got. Oh, hold on. My computer's on.
Oh yeah.
Well, so because some of these incenses, you put a piece of charcoal
Mm.
in the bottom, and then you
Mhm.
put the incense on it to burn the incense. So I got, well, the pots they sell at the Metaphysical store is like really expensive.
So you went to like a Target and you just bought a tiny Dutch oven. Oh my gosh!
$6, baby, versus 60.
Oh, it's true.
It's a mini Dutch oven.
Yeah.
Dylan, can you tell Jennifer what a Dutch oven is?
It's used for
Asked
cooking.
Jennifer and Johnny if they knew what a Dutch oven was last night. And Johnny's like, yeah, it's like the thing that you cook in. I was like,
Wait, what's a Dutch oven?
It's basically just like a giant cast iron pot that you can.
no, but
It
what is
actually has
the
a lid
funny
for it.
version of it?
What do you mean? Oh, the Dutch oven?
Yeah,
You mean like when you sleep? That kind of one?
yeah.
Yeah,
Explain-
that's where you basically you have your blanket over you nice and tight and you just fart a bunch.
Oh,
You make a
No.
Dutch oven. Yeah.
Oh,
No, but it's also like girls that get Dutch oven, like the guy farts and then he
I'm
puts
sorry, that's
the
anyone can be
covers
Dutch
over
ovened.
your head.
But yeah, basically you just sit there, you fill it up, and then you just put someone else underneath it.
Dylan
Oh my
explains
God.
things so like a
oven.
doctor
Well.
or something. You fill it up and then you just put them right
Yeah,
in.
fill up.
Yeah. You shove them in there.
You just shove them in there.
And then I bought this pretty little bundle.
Oh yeah, look at
Look
this
at
thing.
this. It's a smudge bundle, so it's supposed to be for burning, but I don't. It's too pretty to burn.
Smudge bundle. Isn't that beautiful?
So floral.
Yeah.
It's actually like a doobly response. It's so floral.
It's really florally.
Hey, it took me a second to figure out the response for that.
But yeah, so that's what we've been up to. We've been running all around
Very nice.
and stuff. It's been fun. How's your weekend?
Same as always. Yeah, nothing. Oh, I did my taxes finally because I've been forgetting. Woohoo!
Good. And we have another check coming our way from the government, so that's nice too.
Eventually.
Days are good.
Yeah. Eventually.
Yep.
They direct deposited it into mine.
Already?
Yeah.
No, not yet. But like in general, the last
yeah,
two.
yeah.
I don't
I
like that as much as getting a check though. I want to put it in my account.
I'd rather just open up my account and be like, all right, cool.
Yeah, me too.
No,
Do you know how-
I
do you know how
wanna
many-
put it in there.
Of like signing the check and
Yeah.
And see it go in. Otherwise, I'm like, oh, I guess I had more money than I thought.
I'm
Good
pretty
thing
sure
that
that
coming.
I have like a couple checks from like Annie Kell or like Grandpa Lyle that I just have hanging around because I've never bothered to go deposit them. Even though I could just, take a phone and do a mobile deposit, I'm just like,
Dylan, don't do
I don't
that
even know where
because
they're
then they
at.
forget that they wrote it, and then if you find them and you cash them, it's kind of mean to do that later.
oh, I would never do that.
Okay.
They're already, those checks are already past the date.
Okay.
It's been well over 90 days since they wrote those.
But some banks don't even look at that.
Yeah, they should. But I mean, yeah, no, I don't.
Have you ever? I've worked with people where they're like, oh, like they get their checks, especially like with freelance.
Mhm.
They'll get their checks and they only cash them as they need them, so they have this reserve of checks. And I've worked with a few people that do this, and I'm like,
That's
why
weird.
are they all just in your bank? And they're like, well, I don't need them yet. And I'm like, yeah, but they go back after. Like,
Yeah.
why would you just put that in your account? Or what if you lose it? It's a
Yeah,
dumb
what good
deal.
is the check? Why don't you just instead sit there and sock it away under your bed?
Yeah,
It's smarter if you do that.
it's ridiculous. But So Dylan, you're a Sagittarius.
Sure.
You want to know about yourself?
Yeah, that's the guy where it's a moose on top and then a human body on bottom, right? That's the Sagittarius.
Jennifer, is that right?
I
don't think so.
Oh.
A moose on top?
A moose on
Yeah,
top.
it's a moose on top, right?
No, it is not a moose on top.
You're right. It's a centaur.
Yeah, it's like a centaur, isn't it?
Yeah. You got like an arrow or a bow and arrow.
Yeah, Sagittarius. I think this is you.
Who's on top?
That is ew.
Is that Richard? I don't think.
Oh, Dylan is fire.
Yeah.
Of course I'm fire.
Dylan, you're fire.
Haven't you ever heard of the 5 greatest rappers in the world? Dylan, and Dylan, because I spit hot fire.
What?
That's from Dave Chappelle.
Oh.
It's okay. I've been getting that my whole life.
Some crickets right there.
Yeah. Wait, Dylan.
It's okay. Some people just don't get comedy.
Well, at least I have 2 over here, so I don't look like the only one that doesn't get it. Like usual.
Yeah, no, I've been getting that my whole life.
I know, you're used to it. You're a good sport.
I know, I try.
But I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Whoa, look at that. Look at that. You see that?
Yeah, because you still have your green screen on
Well,
and your background.
green screen on because this got all weird too when I was showing this. Look.
Yeah.
I was getting all
Oh, maybe the green screen is on.
It's either your green screen or you still have your background trying to. See, I turned all that off on mine. Otherwise, it was getting real trippy.
I didn't know. I was like, you got ghosts in your house. Hold on.
That's why you guys went to the store.
Yeah.
Dylan, do you know what time you were born?
No.
Why?
Why would I?
Oh, your mom had his baby book yesterday. Jonah.
Yeah, why in the world would I know that?
How do you not know that? We could read you your birth chart and tell you about yourself, and you can tell us if we're accurate or not.
What's the point in that?
Right?
You're gonna tell me about me, and then I'll be like, yeah, that sounds right.
It's cool. Okay.
Is it gonna tell me that I was gonna go bald by the age of 25? Because that'd be helpful.
Maybe
Not.
it'll say is like extremely sensitive to hair, or not no hair,
Mm-hmm.
to smooth surfaces.
That's okay. I look good bald, so
Yeah.
Actually,
it's not bad.
You rock the bald look. You look good.
Thank God.
You look good.
I was real afraid back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, Angela
Yeah.
told me the story of you shaving everything.
Oh yeah. Did you see the picture?
Yeah, you showed it to me.
Oh yeah, I just showed it.
Bad.
It's so good.
So
I
bad.
see if mom would tell me what time you were born.
What
but
time were you born?
Me, 11:35. I called her last night.
AM or PM?
PM.
Mm-hmm.
I was just in time for brunch.
Sure. What does that tell me about you?
Oh, Jennifer was reading all my stuff. It was all very compelling and very true.
Oh, very compelling. It's very compelling. You had to have been there.
Remember our conversation? So we were talking to Angela, like I was dead serious, and Angela was like, we were both in the zone, right? We were having a serious conversation. And she asked me something and I answered, and then John starts laughing. I'm like, take this serious. And then I'm like, he's like, that's not why. And I'm like, why are you laughing? And I said the stupidest thing.
Well, she was explaining to me, like, so when you look up your birth chart, it tells you where each of the planets were, like in the zodiac.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was, and then there's a thing on the bottom that kind of sums it up for you. So she goes, so that's fire. We have a lot of fires. And I go, what does that mean? And I'm just so lost in our conversation because it means you have a lot of fire. And then we just keep talking. And yeah, Johnny is like,
It's so
laughing,
simple.
and she's like, what? And he's like, you just told Angela, oh, so you have a lot. Yeah, you got a lot of fire. It's fire. And Angela goes, what does that mean? And you're like, it means you have a lot of fire.
You got a lot of fire.
I was just like, okay.
laughing at everything. We didn't know that I was like repeating.
I was so like into the conversation that
Hey, you got a fiery spirit, your firecrackers,
Yeah.
all those fire. Fire.
fire. Yeah, it was funny.
It was cool. It was really cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you've just been reminiscing.
Very nice.
Yeah, Dylan and I always talk about how the boys were treated like kings. They got like their little bagel bites. They had the life.
I had the life.
Dylan's like, I know I had it good.
Yeah, no.
I don't think, did you guys ever spend the night on the trampoline, you and Jarrett?
I don't think so, no.
It's always us.
Why would we spend the night on the trampoline?
Because it's
Cool. It
cool.
was cool. We watched the satellite go by.
Yeah.
There were no video games on the trampoline. That's
You brought your Game Boys.
it's the
Yeah, you
easiest.
guys did kind of just stay up in the living room and
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, I think they just went in sleeping bags in the living room.
They
Huh.
pass out.
That
for
sounds
an hour
about right.
and wake up with back to their game.
Yeah. That's translated to my everyday life. I do that all the time where I just fall asleep doing things and I wake up like nothing happened. I was like, oh yeah, what?
Back to the game.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. I went on a what was it? My friend Johnny and I went to the beach one time. Yeah, Angela, you were there in the back seat with us. Maybe we didn't go to the beach. We went to like Six Flags or something, and you ended up coming along with us. But
Oh, yeah.
Johnny's driving. I'm sitting here. We made a pit stop. Everyone else was asleep. I get like a bag of munchies. And so as we're driving, I was like, don't worry, dude. I'll stay up with you. I got this. So I'm like just eating munchies. I have my hand in the bag and I apparently fell asleep for a half an hour. And when I woke up, he's like, what the fuck? Because I just kept eating them again. He's like, you've been asleep with your hand in the bag for the past half an hour, just snoring. And then you just woke up like nothing happened. I was like, I didn't fall asleep. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been awake the whole time.
But that's how it is, like when like you don't want people to know that you're falling asleep, so you're trying to act like you're awake or something.
Yeah, you act like nothing happened.
Yeah, like I'll do that in the living room sometimes, like when I'm watching TV, and I don't want to. Oh, yeah, when we were Jeremy and Gabby, like Gabby and I were watching something on TV, and I didn't want her to know I was asleep, so I sunk a little further back in the pillows, and every like 5 minutes or so, I'd be like, "Oh hell no." Oh, what, really? Oh, no.
Probably didn't even go.
Yeah, and then finally when I realized, I like kind of woke up, I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, I think I pulled off really well. And I look over and she's just dead ass asleep. She's been sleeping the whole time.
Yeah.
You
Also,
just, like, don't want them to know you're sleeping. Oh.
school also helped reinforce that because that was when I had my long, like, skater kid hair.
Oh, yeah.
So I would kind of brush some of it over one of my eyes. Actually, I think it was this eye. So then I could have this hand like this, covering this eye. And this hand just learned to scribble on my paper. So it looked like I was taking notes the whole time. And I just wake up to an entire page filled of just like scribbles everywhere.
Scrabbles.
And no one, I think I only got caught once sleeping in class. But the one time I did, the teacher was like, oh, sweetie, are you okay? And I was like, no. She's like, okay, you can put your head back down. I was like, yeah, that's right.
I'm having a hard time at home.
No, not even. She was just like, oh, are you okay? No, I'm not feeling well. Oh, put your head down. It's okay. Y'all, thank you.
What a little angel. Who was this? Was that at Cathedral City High School?
Yeah, that was my senior year English teacher.
Wow, what a little angel.
We sat in the front of the class too. Johnny and I would take turns sleeping.
It's one standing watch.
Yeah, basically. So we would always try and get the other guy caught for sleeping.
Wait, do you remember the one teacher? Okay, do you remember the teacher? He was in the history side. Dylan actually had him.
Mr. Wilson?
Yeah, he would stand in the hallway and
shout out to Mr.
like,
Wilson.
You're gonna get pregnant if you don't stop sticking your tongue down each other's throats. All y'all that are late to class are gonna amount to nothing one day.
Crayons are not birth control.
What did he say?
Crayons are not birth control.
Oh yeah, he'd say weird stuff.
I loved that guy.
Like mentally allowed.
Is he allowed to do
Yeah.
It was like the equivalent of like walking down like Hollywood Boulevard and like someone that's on drugs is just yelling random things that make no sense, and you're like, oh, just ignore him. He won't hone in on you.
This was a teacher.
This was a teacher that was teaching kids, and they'd go in and
This guy was
I didn't
awesome.
remember that.
he was across from our psychology teacher. He was right across the hallway from our psychology teacher, and he always
Oh.
wore army jackets, kind of, I think. And he
Yeah,
was
because
short.
he was in the military. He was a Russian translator.
Of course.
He was awesome.
I remember our psychology teacher.
Yeah,
He's
it was
probably in our
across the
yearbook.
hall. Yeah.
I'll have to get out my yearbook.
He just always like yelled stuff. And you had what? I don't. What was his class like when he shut the door? Was he like normal, or was he still kind of goofy?
No, he was. I mean, he was kind of goofy, but like that was just him. I really enjoyed it. He was an awesome teacher. I loved him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he had to have been awesome at his job for them to overlook his like
Oh yeah.
screaming in the hallways.
It's because it was also his way of like basically making sure people were punctual. Because the moment that bell rang, he shut that door and he locked it. Yeah, if you didn't make it in, you didn't make it in.
That's so cool. Yeah, you gotta enforce that stuff. You don't let kids like.
Yeah, you don't show up late.
Yeah.
Because that was also Mr. Whitmore's thing. To be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late, and to be late is to be forgotten.
Damn. Bless up.
That's
But
right.
he's still around.
Oh yeah.
What time was Dylan born? I'm not home, so mom doesn't know by heart.
Yeah. Who does?
Weren't you born at like 9 something? I thought.
Sure.
We should have asked her last night when she had her
Yeah, she had your baby
book
book out.
How big of a difference are the timetables we talking here?
Hmm?
How big of a difference is like being born at 5 p.m. versus 9 p.m.?
It changes your rising sign.
Yeah.
Your ascendant.
Changes your rising sign.
Come on, Dylan.
Well, okay.
Do you have a copy of your birth certificate?
Why would I have that?
You're an adult. You should have a copy of your own birth certificate.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck getting that from Ma.
The California
Oh,
ones
I have
do
mine.
have all the time.
Yeah.
Mine does. Johnny.
What do I need my birth certificate for?
To like
It has the
get
birth
things.
time.
Yeah, so you can have your birth time, so you can look up your.
So I can get things.
You can get things.
So I can get things. Ooh.
Mom goes later. She must be busy. Excuse me.
She's probably outside doing yard work. She called me earlier.
Oh, she said I'm not home. I swear. She says I'm not home, but that means she's not inside of her home. And she's just
I don't know.
outside.
The moment I could hold a shovel in a bag, I was scooping dog poop in the backyard. And then the moment I could mow the grass, it was mow the grass, trim the
Yeah.
trees.
When we used to scoop dog poop to make it like fun, we had to make it a game because it was so boring. So we pretend like we were feeding the poop king, the poop monster.
Yeah.
And so you had to like get all the dog poop and throw it in the trash can. So you're feeding the poop monster. You had to keep him full so they didn't try to go and eat us.
Ooh.
Remember, Dylan?
Barely.
Or what?
I don't even remember how long you got to clean up dog poop for, but I feel like it wasn't that long.
Long enough to come up with a game.
It should have been like who had the heaviest bag of food.
Oh no.
Make it a competition.
Make it a competition.
I start putting rocks in there.
Disgusting.
We just have like 2 scales in the backyard.
She's like, all right, who got the most poop? No cheating either.
The desert kids do. People always act like we're from the boonies. I'm like, we're from the desert. The boonies?
That's like my fun way of telling people where we're from is I say California. And then if they really want to know, I'm like, they're like, oh, where in California? They're like north or south. I'm like Southern California. And then that's like the second group of people as to how much they care. Then it's, oh, we're at in Southern California. And I'm like, all right. Like, LA, San Diego, around there. And they're like, oh, okay. And then there's the people that are like, no, where are you from? And I'm like, Palm Springs. And then there's the last subsect, which is like, you don't actually live in Palm Springs. And I go, oh my gosh, you really do care where I come from.
Yeah, no, that's true because I've had that too. And then they'll finally ask me and they'll narrow it down. I'll be like, oh, and I'll say the city, and they're like, I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, you got me so excited. Like, you made me break down the list, and then you just don't care anymore. So
And then you don't care. Yeah, well, yeah, because like if we said Cathedral City, everyone would be like,
where's that?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah,
I would say Palm Springs.
that's
I'm
the
like,
other thing. I have two options depending on their age. I either say Palm Springs because they'll know Palm Springs, or I say Coachella
Oh, true.
for the young kids. They like to go to Coachella Fest.
Yeah, I say Coachella Valley. I'm from Coachella Valley.
oh, that sounds nice. From the Coachella Valley. We ate lots of dates.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool.
Well, I was trying to explain to someone how like they have the date farms at Shields Date Garden, and you can go and get your shake and learn about the sex life of the date.
That's right.
And they're like, the what? I was like, the sex life of the date.
You can.
It's like it
Yeah,
says
they
that
have
on
like
the sign.
They have a
Every-
European knight in armor for some reason.
Shields.
Yeah, Shields Date Garden.
Oh no, man.
Their
So
restaurant's
odd.
good though.
I've never been actually. I've never even been inside Shields.
If you ever are there, go to the
It's good?
restaurant. It's good.
Isn't it now kind of close to that Jackalope Ranch that they built out there?
I know. I don't know where. Oh, I've been to Jackalope Ranch. I don't know if they're close.
I don't know how close. I don't know how close that is either.
Well, I just killed this conversation.
Yeah, you really did. I was gonna say Jackalope's like on the edge of La Quinta and Indio, if I remember right.
Something like that. But yeah.
And I think Shields is in Indio, so it might be a little past that then.
Mhm.
What's this stuff up for?
Yeah.
Heaven forbid we use Google. Oh,
We're old timers. We don't need Goog. The Goog.
Oog.
But oh no, I did already ask you about that. Are you up to date on all the H3 stuff?
No, I never am. I'm always
You don't want to
a
think
day
about
late.
the NFTs? Did I ask you the NFTs?
No, I haven't gotten to that.
We'll talk about that another time.
Whoa, yeah, you're right. They're like a minute apart.
Okay, I thought so. I was right.
Yeah, they're just opposite sides of the street.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know they were that close.
Yeah. See?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Who would thought?
I killed the conversation. You started it.
The more you know.
And then as soon as we made it into North Carolina, then they just had a bunch of billboards about it's like sweet potatoes and yams,
No.
and it was really weird because they had it was like a yam milkshake, and I was like, who would eat that?
I would. That sounds good.
Really?
If there's marshmallows on the yams.
In a milkshake? That's so odd.
Sounds good.
I found
in South
you-
Carolina too long. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
Jennifer's
are the
like
market.
buttoning up her bib. She's like, sign me up.
for dessert.
Doesn't that just sound sweet?
Oh,
my
yams
goodness.
with marshmallows.
Yeah, that's how we eat them. Marshmallows
Wow.
on your yam.
Man, I never touched a yam. They always scared me. They're
Yeah.
too orange.
You put a lot of brown sugar and then marshmallows on top.
Is a yam like a potato?
Aren't yams sweet potatoes? Sweet potatoes yams? I don't know.
Yeah, they're sweet potatoes.
So why don't you call them? Aren't they not called sweet potatoes?
They are called sweet potatoes.
But a sweet potato is a yam.
Yeah.
And a yam is a sweet potato.
A yam?
A yam. What I am? Wait, is a yam a sweet potato?
Potato.
Dylan, are you looking this up? Because I can't.
Yeah,
get
I'm
it.
looking it up.
My face is so messed up. I
pretty sure-
can't get in my own phone.
Sure.
So yams are a monocot, which is a
What?
plant having one embryonic seed leaf, and sweet potatoes are a dicot having two embryonic seed leaves.
Oh my gosh. What have we been
So yams are much more orange than sweet potatoes. That's one way of telling.
But they're the same thing.
Same but different. We'll go with that.
Same but different.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because I was gonna say, you can go to places and get like sweet potato fries, and yeah, they always give you like that buttery whipped like cinnamon
Yeah, that.
butter to dip it in.
Yeah.
So that's why, I think I've tried yams once, and yeah, it's pretty much just sweet mush.
Mm. They're so yummy. We'll fix you some. You just put brown sugar, and then you just mash it.
Yeah, you just make it a dessert.
Yeah, and then you
That's how
put
you do it.
those on top, stick it in the oven for just like a little while so they get golden brown, and then you just it's so good.
Delicious. Aw. Well, it's
Ooh,
good to see you, Dylan.
I was
but-
gonna say, speaking of potatoes, I was peeling some potatoes the other day because I finally cooked my Thanksgiving turkey that I forgot about that was in my freezer forever.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
And so while I was peeling the potatoes to get ready to boil them, I didn't realize I thought I hit like nicked myself because I felt a sting and I was like, no, I look fine. So I keep peeling the potato, and then as I'm turning it, I saw a bunch of red, and I realized, well, you can't see it now. It's all nice and healed for the most part, but I straight skinned my pinky knuckle.
It was
I
like
did-
your skin was like somewhere in the potatoes.
No, it wasn't in the potato. It was in the peeler. I had to pick the piece of skin out.
What if like mashing them and all this red?
Oh!
Yeah, no, I'm like turning the potato as I'm peeling it. And I was like, whoa, where'd all this red come from? Oh,
He's like, the potato's bleeding. Oh man.
Quick!
well, when I did notice, I was like, well, I better finish peeling this potato at least. I was like, what's the worst that could happen? I hit myself again and there's more blood. I'm gonna wash it off anyway.
You wiped it off. It's okay. Did you use the
Yeah.
potato?
Yeah, of course I use the
You
potato.
don't waste it, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna waste it. It's fine.
Now, if
It'll
you were
cook off.
cooking it,
It'll
that's
cook off.
That's a little different.
The only thing I've learned you can't cook off is rotten. If it's rotten, it's rotten.
Oh, okay. that
You
now.
learned that, or you just instinctively knew that?
So in college, when I would buy eggs, I would use them first in, first out, which ended up becoming a problem because
That
First in, first out.
so basically like if you think of the egg carton, I would put new eggs in on the left from left to right, and I would take them out from left to right.
Oh.
So the ones on the right side would get old. Because if I didn't make it all the way to the end before I bought new ones, I wouldn't use those. So they'd sit there for a while. So one of the days that I didn't feel like going to the store and all I had were eggs left, I took them out, cracked them. And the moment that I cracked them, I could smell how rotten they were. And I was like, oh, and I was like, I mean, if you can cook off like bacteria and stuff, maybe you could cook off this.
Oh.
So I whipped them up into some scrambled eggs, got my little seasoning, a little diced onion. It was delicious. And it didn't smell after I cooked it. However, about 30 minutes after I ate it,
It was bad.
just right through me.
That was an experience.
It was an experience. And I learned you can't cook out rotten.
Oh, that's horrible.
Well, on that, I hope people take that away today.
The lesson is if your eggs smell when you're cracking, don't be
Yeah, no. That's how I do it, though, Trial and error. Gotta learn.
Could do the float test.
Yeah, I learned about that afterwards.
Float test.
Yeah, you learn if your eggs are good or not. If they float, they're not good.
Yeah.
But if they stay on the bottom of like a glass of
Water,
water,
like gas is going on.
Oh.
It's science.
Oh, that's good to know. I didn't know it was a thing.
that's how
Yeah.
Test my eggs before you cook them.
At the time, I wasn't a scientist. I'm a scientist now. So now I know. I'm a computer scientist.
Oh, I was like, wait a second.
That's right.
Oh, God.
You can't.
you can have the head shake.
It's got to be ever so slight.
Add the
No, I don't need that.
add the finger.
No,
Hold
I
on,
need that.
one,
I
two,
need that
go.
for my
1,
keyboard.
2, 3, go. Do it. 1, 2, 3, go.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Oh. Well, we just wanted to bug you for a minute, so yeah.
Well, you've been bugging me for more than a minute, so mission accomplished.
Yeah, I would say we accomplished our mission.
Oh yeah.
So I think we can wrap it up. But
All right.
That's good seeing you,
hi.
Caroline.
Yeah, it was good to see you too.
It's only been like 2 decades or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. It probably hasn't been that long, but it's been a long time.
forever.
It's been
been forever.
at least 7 years, maybe,
That's crazy.
Yeah. It has-
probably somewhere around there.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's weird to think how long we've all known each other too.
Mhm.
Yeah, more than 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, especially for you and Jarrett, like Jennifer and I, you have us to thank. Like we paved the way. So
Oh,
you probably met
yes.
Jarrett when you guys were like 30.
We're coming up on 28 years.
That's so cool.
Holy crap.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
It's more than I've known most people. I think any people that aren't
It's
family.
longer than I've known my brother.
Wait,
Oh, wait.
longer than you've known Jarrett?
No, that's.
Oh, I was like, wait, he was
Wait,
born.
how old is Jared?
He's 29.
Oh, never mind then.
He'll be 30 next year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jarrett. No.
90. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're 29.
Yeah, I turned 30 this year.
They're like 2 months
Right.
apart.
Yeah.
Oh, 30. That's gonna be a fun one.
Woohoo.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so stoked.
He's like, whoopsie.
So stoked.
What did you do?
What am I going to do? Get some more gray hairs? Not a big deal.
Yeah, you'll never know.
I'm already used to the ones I have. So not a big deal.
Oh, well, Dylan, do you want to do a thumbnail?
We're more dwarves.
You guys are dwarves?
We're more dwarves, yeah.
What does that mean? You do earth magic?
Yeah, you could say that.
Ooh, talk to me about it.
It's all shovels and pickaxes and things like that.
Like lumberjack.
You mean like when you're playing
Sort of.
D&D, or just in general? You guys
Wait,
go out and pickaxe
Is
under the
this
full moon?
like in a game or like in real life? Because
You can never tell. That's how similar my real life is to being a dwarf in a D&D game.
Oh, I was
dang.
like, wait,
I was
okay,
like,
from
dang,
D&D. I'm
Dylan.
like, you're really confusing me right now.
That's the point.
That's funny.
We're dwarves.
We're dwarves. Like
Yeah.
Jennifer's like, oh, talk to me, dwarf.
How does this work?
Can I make a wish?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wrong-
Can dwarves?
Wrong kind.
Oh, I'm a goblin in D&D.
What's D&D?
I'm a gay
I feel
goblin.
like I should know
Dungeons
this.
and Dragons.
Ooh, I've never played.
Yeah, I'm a gay goblin, a gablin, if you will. A gablin.
Yeah, I bought her the starter kit because she wanted to play a campaign, and then we've just never done it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
was
he
gonna.
said he'll be the dungeon master. We could probably play it on Zoom sometime.
Can we play
if Jen wanted to
Probably.
play.
June
Yeah.
or July? When
Yeah.
I come to see. I've invited myself to her house already.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I have an extra pair of dice that you can play with.
Oh yeah, you have multiple sets of dice because I'm
I
pretty
have
sure I
like
bought
5
you.
extra dice. I have a
Yeah.
set I bought, and then the 4 that came with what you gave me. Yeah.
I've never even played Dungeons.
It's really fun because like
It's just your imagination.
yeah, like you can
That's all
get,
it is.
well, like you can get like pre-made characters on sheets if you want to learn it, but it's almost like when you play a video game, you have like your health and like there's like different things, right?
Is it a video game or is it an actual board
You
game?
sit around a table and you don't even use
Yeah.
a board. It's like a storytelling,
That's cool.
and you have a dungeon
like-
master.
It's like Stranger Things.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember? Did you watch Stranger Things?
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. So what those little kids were playing in the very first episode, where they're over here just like throw the fireball at the Demigorgon. That's
Oh,
Dungeons
yeah.
and Dragons.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you have like your dungeon master who they create a world or like a storyline. And like when we played, it was like we were in like a village and like all of these wolves were like attacking people in the village or something and they didn't know why.
Yep.
And so like we had to find out why. And so we start off on our journey and you can do whatever you want. So they start with like the first person and they roll. Or wait, when do you roll?
It just depends. So it would be like, yeah. So if Angela wanted to like just go investigate people that had been attacked by the wolves, she would like go talk to people, depending on her like line of questioning, and then the information that she wants. I would be like, "Oh, okay, well, you're gonna need to persuade this person, so you'll roll for your charisma to see how charismatic you are, to see if they'll
Oh
give you the
yeah.
information, and just things like that outside of combat."
See what the
Oh.
odds are that you would win. And the dungeon master ultimately kind of decides.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like mine, like my little goblin was like my little gay goblin was like high in charisma, but he wasn't very strong, so he would always like manipulate other people into doing his bidding for him.
Mm-hmm.
But then he also like remember didn't he try to like sleep with like one of the townspeople to distract them from something? Or I
I think
had
he
him
did,
like
yeah.
thing. He was like trying to distract, and so he's like woo, like trying to like distract this guy in the town or something.
That's cool. How do you
Yeah.
keep track of all this though? Like how do you not
Dungeon
forget your
master, right?
storyline?
And then you write down.
Lots lots of paper.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they can even create maps. Like some dungeon masters will like put a map out too. Like they make a
Whoa.
map of a world, and like so you can kind of keep track of where you are, and people make figurines.
Dude, that's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like you can just make up a whole story.
I
Like
think I'm gonna try that.
it's fun. Like cuz or you could say like if you don't want to talk to the townspeople, be like, "Okay, well, I'm just going to go in this field and hang out with the sheep." And they'll be like, "Okay." But then the next time the dungeon master comes over to you, they could be like, "Well, now you're in this field hanging out with the sheep, and now a wolf is coming your way, and it looks really hungry. So, like, what are you going to do?" And then you're like, "Fuck."
Dang, that's cool. So you can
Right,
be
Dawn?
anything now? You don't have to be a goblin?
Yeah, no, you can be anything. They have like, all the classic fantasy races and all of that you can be. So you can be an elf or a dwarf, or
Fairy.
I think they probably have a pre-made sheet for a fairy.
Cool.
So yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. It's fun. It's like nerdy, but it's fun. Like, cause you get to make it as
It's
you go.
nerdy.
It's very fun.
Well, because some people don't they talk in character, so they'll be like,
Oh,
"I
wow.
would like to fight you."
Well, we could
Yes.
dress in character, you guys.
Yeah, they do. They dress.
We
in
could
Yeah.
dress up.
The classic DM outfit is you wear like a just basically anything with a hood, and you have the hood on the whole time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you're supposed to be mysterious.
really get into
Yeah, because one of the girls that we were playing with, she was a corgi, but the corgi could turn into like other things,
Mhm.
right? It was like a talking corgi, but it could turn into other things. That was her character.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Yeah, I dressed up as my barbarian for one of our ones that we had once, because I had my kilt that I bought,
Yeah.
so I just wore that with my boots.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like confusing at first, but once you know the things like with the dice and like keeping track of that kind of stuff, but then it gets
Can you
easier.
guys play on Zoom?
You play on Zoom,
Yeah,
right?
you can.
Yeah. We should help Jennifer create a character sometime.
Have you even created a character?
I have a character,
The goblin.
Oh, you already made one?
Kiki.
Oh, you're just gonna be Kiki again?
Yeah. Why
Oh,
would I do
okay.
something else?
I don't know, because you can be whoever you want. You want to make another character, make another character.
I just want to be my goblin.
I got tons of characters. I do lots of things.
It's hard enough getting used to one character and like learning because you make a whole backstory. Like on your sheet, we'll have to get her a character sheet because you make your whole character sheet and like talk
That's
about
so
them. Like you can come up with their backstory and
cool.
stuff.
Yep. So that's why, yeah, like depending on what your class ends up being, if you're like a druid or if you're like a warlock, you can talk about your connection with nature or your whatever like demon you made a contract with to be able to obtain magical power, blah blah blah,
Whoa.
all of that.
This is,
It's cool.
that's cool.
We recruited someone one step
There you go.
closer. Years later.
Closer. Good
I only
job.
played one time, but I had so much fun.
Yeah, I've known this nerd stuff's been cool for years. You guys are only just now realizing this. You're welcome.
Late to the game. But yeah, well, we'll have to put that together.
Oh yeah.
Or even if like we could even be a fly on the wall and like watch you guys play sometime. Because that kind of gives you a good idea of how to do it too.
That could be cool.
I was gonna say we haven't played any because we always we like doing it in person more.
Yeah.
And yeah, all of our guys that we usually play with have been very quarantine conscious.
Yeah.
So
Aw.
we only see them when we like drop stuff off at their house.
Yeah.
like random food or things like that.
Yeah. Are you working from home, Dylan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is my like everyday spot.
Oh dang.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, they're interested. And at the same time they were like, oh, it might be better if like we could be a fly on the wall for a game to just see how it's played out. And I was like, yeah, we don't have anything at the moment, but I mean, if we did, yeah. So yeah, there's a possibility we will be having one online soon then, or at some point in the
Woo!
future. So you guys can be a fly on the wall if you'd like.
Yeah, let us know. We'll hop on.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to watch. It gives you an idea. Like, yeah.
I kind of want to see like how this works.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can like work on your character while you're watching too, because you'll get ideas and stuff too. I bet.
It's always how it happens.
Aw. Well, it's good to see your face, Dylan.
Oh yeah, it always is.
I love you very much.
All right, love you too.
See you later.
Take it easy. Good to see you again, Jennifer.
Bye, Dylan.
I was born at 9:53 p.m.
What?
Wait, what?
Damn it! I tried to hit leave the meeting. I was gonna try and trick you with that.
You're born at like 9 something in the
It would
morning.
have been hilarious if you had said that and you were right, and then you just like cancel, like went off.
He's gone.
That's what I was trying to do, and it
Well, you
it
should
didn't
know
work
I'm
out.
way smarter than that.
That's hilarious.
All right. You're rude. Okay.
I didn't say anything.
All right. I love you. I'll talk to you later, darling.
All right, love you too.
Bye.
Bye bye.